But, like, of course they're going to scrap Sigil, though. So, yeah. I don't know why this thing's got Frank in combat by himself over here or something.
Look how hungry this motherfucker looks. Like he's gonna die.
He is. He is the hungriest motherfucker.
Like he's gonna die, bro. Look at him.
Hi, sir. You see this? I'm eating. Look at him.
He's staring at it like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Frank's character at the top of the screen up here. I was like, yeah, his character does look hungry. Oh, okay.
I have a new section called books. Where do I even see that?
What are you talking about?
The books or whatever you added.
Yeah, no, you don't have to, like, they'll open themselves at the right time. You don't have to worry about that right now.
Okay.
You get to select the class because there's scrolls in there and all that bullshit in there and the little extra boon in there that's for the college swords as well. So
I don't see it right now.
Yeah, you don't see it right
all
now.
Right, cool.
It literally hasn't even been delivered to you yet.
Excellent. That makes me feel much better.
Yeah. I was just showing you like what you're gonna get and where it's at and everything else like that.
Yeah,
because that book section is where like all of your books and everything else is gonna go. There's other people that already have books, but that's the first book you got.
Hi.
Obviously not Kirkendall because I don't even think I'm not sure if Kirkendall knows how to read.
Hey.
Okay, everybody that needs to roll the 10D100, roll the 10D100, please, and then read me out your numbers, your numbers. I got
541.
541.
So who's rolling? Everybody rolling?
No, this is just 100 people. Lucian is 556.
Yeah.
Thalion is
550. Oh, sorry.
Thalion 351.
10D100, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 10D100.
I got 20,000.
You're rolling the wrong thing. Okay, 409. Okay, awesome. Did everybody read the text?
They sent that last week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yes. Going to the bar.
Well, for posterity's sake, if you would like for me, I can go through it real quick in case, I don't know. Thalion just read his own. Thalion, you ain't got no choice. I mean, you ain't got no excuse for, like, remembering the matches now that we got it recorded and everything. I don't need to give these long-ass recaps.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I did read this. The moment at a time?
Yes, correct.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. It's a frozen moment that all of you noticed that actually happened. And Kirkendall, being asleep in the boat, wakes up and heads back to the bar. Kirkendall, as you're heading back to the bar, you see a guy.
Yes.
You see a guy in sand-colored robes walking towards the bar as well. He's got his hair tied back. He's wearing sandals, and he looks like he's wearing vestments. You haven't seen him around before.
I'll just give him a head nod and go to
You can pick an end of the table. I don't care.
You're not back yet. You're still, you're on the street
Okay.
on your way walking there.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So
Still go there, dude.
you're
I
walking,
felt the call.
and you give this guy a head nod, and he nods back to you, and he says, "It's a nice evening we're having. How are you?"
Same as you. Grabbing my drink and deciding what to do next.
Huh. What do you like to drink?
Preferably beer, but all I can afford is water. So water it is.
Huh. Well, I'm new to town. It'd be nice to, have somebody around that I know. I'm just kind of floating here.
Very well. Have a seat. I sit at the end of the bar.
You're not in the bar yet.
Okay.
You arrive at the door, and he walks in alongside you. He looks around for a second. There you go. Now you're in the bar.
Okay.
Now you're in
My
the bar.
bad.
He walks in alongside you and he says, "Hi." He says, "My name's Merrick. Merrick Vargas. How are you? So, you've got friends here?"
Some.
Some?
Friends is questionable, but some that I know.
He looks up at the jobs board. And
I
he's
was like,
huh. And he grabs Lucian's job off the board.
What?
And he is like, "Do you know anything about this?"
I do.
"Well, I'm always interested in work. I think if you could show me to wherever this meeting room is, it'd be great. I would be very grateful, and I could buy you a beer or something."
Just water for now.
Sure.
We'll have our drink and a talk. Don't get too deep, but I will answer you basic questions.
Okay. He leans over and he says, "What is this awful music that this person is playing?"
I don't question it. I just sit down and enjoy my drink.
Okay, so you're gonna head
Oh,
to the bar.
and it's 3 coppers, by the way.
You're gonna head to the bar, not to the meeting room. The meeting room is where you were headed.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, still gonna get my drink. We're still going there.
Okay. Kirkendall, my friend, what can I get for you?
I'm getting a standard water. Here's your 3 copper.
As you go to toss the copper onto the bar, he waves his hand through the air and he catches them all 3 really quick and stacks them up. And then he moves very quickly again and he says, "No need for that." And
All right.
he tosses 2 gold pieces down onto the bar. And he says, "There you go, sir." And he says, "Kirkendall, who is your friend?"
New update plus Carson out of the back.
This is Merrick.
Said it was
He is new to the town.
"Nice to meet you, sir. If you could, please, take this gold and keep me and my friend in drinks and snacks for the evening."
Alright. We're gonna finish our drinks, whatever time you decide, and we will go down to B.
Okay. All right, everybody. You're sitting around the table after the exhaustive incident in the basement with all of the rats. You see Kirkendall walk in. Kirkendall walks in and approaches the table. Another guy comes in behind him, and he says, "Excuse me, is this where the meeting is at about this job from some guy named Lucian?"
I'm gonna look at Lucian and say,
you're
"That
muted.
is you."
It probably helps if I'm not muted.
Yep, yep.
I'm gonna stick my hand up. I'm gonna go. Yes, hello. My name is Lucian Silvertongue. I'm the one who posted the job notice.
Kirkendall, Merrick's information is available to you under Major Cities and Realms Talmadun and People under Talmadun.
Okay, I'm looking for it now.
He approaches the table and he says, "Hi, my name's Merrick. I just saw your job and figured I might, join up if you'd have me."
Well, let's conduct the interview first.
"Sure, not a problem. I'm an open book. Anything that you ever want to ask me."
Well, let's start with the basics. What class are you?
"I am a cleric monk."
I see. And your primary role in combat would be?
"Well, my primary role in combat is to float."
To float.
"I fill in where I'm needed."
I see. Jack of all trades, master of none.
Orange on a dog. You kid.
And
Okay.
in an instant, he says, "Well, I have mastered this." And he disappears. And he appears sitting next to Americus, with his hands at the table, sitting down.
Fancy. A thief class.
No, it just seems to be a side effect of what I kind of do. I follow the 10 Thrones. I can see there's another cleric here as well, but I tend to follow something a little different. I follow the Throne of the Veil, is what I call it.
That was still a very fancy trick. I am quite impressed.
Well, it's just part of what I do. I find that the world is kind of the way it wants to heal itself. Everything wants to be the way that it wants to be. I follow the throne of the shadowed silence. I call it the veil. Sometimes I go there. And sometimes I've been able to move between different things. Sir Wilhelm, roll astral sense, please.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, you would notice. So something inside of you pulls your attention. You can kind of sense something in this world. You sense a presence that brushes up against you momentarily. Roll 1d100, please. Anyway, he continues and says, he gently tilts his head, his eyes half lidded, and as if he is listening to something far away, and then with a soft breath he speaks. "I guess you could say I'm here because I floated this way. The veil, the space between what is and what isn't, it kind of nudges me. It's like a current that's beneath a steel pond. I don't chase meaning. I don't grip purpose with clenched fist like so many do. I drift. And when the world whispers for me to heal, to help, to be, to fight, I simply am. So, that's why I'm here. Because this is where I was always going to be, even when I don't know it." He smiles faintly, and smiles faintly almost to himself, and as if the question has just dissolved into the wind.
I will actually nod with that.
Lucian will go, no, I don't know about all of that. It's very deep, and I'm just a humble bard. But next question. What is motivating you to take this job?
As I kind of just said, I drifted here. I feel like this is where I needed to be anyway.
So your answer is no particular reason?
Pretty much.
Insight check.
Sure, go for it.
Okay.
Insight.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, you don't really seem to get much from him.
I'm like, okay.
He seems like
I buy that.
You get the sense of still pond. There you go.
Very well. And what do you understand the purpose of the job to be?
I didn't really read much of it. I saw a job that was available on the board, and I kind of just looked around, and there it was. It drew my eye. It seemed like it had purpose.
I see. Well, to inform you, we are to journey to the Northern Farms region and ascertain the reason for the disgruntled nature of the farmers.
Well, as you asked me why I needed to be here, I could ask you exactly what we're going to be doing on this job, and we would probably have the same answer.
No, my answer would be, I don't know. Is that what you're implying?
Exactly.
Oh, I see. Very strange, your life philosophy. But I'm not one to knock it. Different strokes, as they say.
There's a knock on the door.
I'll answer it.
You open the door, and you see Tobrin Ware there. Hey, goofy guy! Hold on. You answer the door, and there he is. He says, hey, you goofy guy. How you doing there? I have a package for Lucian. I was told he was in here.
Yes, over here. And I'll, kind of lean my head out so he can see me. Wave.
Alright, I'll just step out the way and let him in.
He runs in, and he's carrying a nice lacquered box. And you notice that the emblem on the top of this box is for the College of Swords.
We're gonna watch movies now.
He slides
yes.
He slides it
Very
up onto the table, and he goes, signature here, please.
Yes, and I'll take it out in big flowing script. All right, to Lucian Silvertongue. And then in small letters underneath, all right, Bard Extraordinaire.
And he says, hey, mister, what is this fancy thing?
Well,
I'm going to motion him to go, or just gotta go.
You're shoving the kid out the door?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, apparently I got a bouncer now.
I'm just gonna holler as he's ushering him out. I'm like, it's a fancy book.
Okay.
Close door, sit down. Done.
You got Kirkendall rousting kids. There's a little stool in the corner that nobody's sitting in, so you're just gonna sit
That's
there?
good. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect.
Okay.
He's like my muscle.
Well, Merrick looks across the table and he says, is that all for the interview?
I don't have any more questions. Anyone else have anything they wanted to know?
Yes. As far as what you just did a minute ago, is that related to magic?
No. I called it the fold step. I just focus on the veil, and somehow I can slip between places, the world between worlds, and it allows me to pass through. I can only do it twice a day, though.
Ah, so there's a limit on how many times you can do it then.
Yeah, but it does come in handy. It's gotten me out of some pretty heavy scrapes a few times.
Is there a distance that you're able to travel?
As far as I know, I can do it as far as I can see.
Are you able to take other people with you?
I've never been able to do that. There's some kind of resistance against doing that. Anytime I try to pull anything through other than what's on me and part of me, then it resists and I can't actually step through.
Can I take an action?
You can, but I also need Wilhelm to roll Astral Sense again. If he's there.
I'm here.
Is it?
I rolled a 107.
107? Okay. You get a sense of a person in a tavern sitting around other individuals that you can feel warmth from. Americus?
Oh, I am going to slowly and subtly slip another one of those 3 silver pins. Remember the silver pins?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna slowly and subtly. He's sitting to my left, and the pins are inside my chest, my breast, leather thing, the strap, right.
Yep.
So I've got to pull it from the right side. So I'm gonna pull it with my right hand out, and then I'm gonna kind of slowly pass it to myself behind my back, and then try to slip that somehow into either his boot or somewhere in some on his clothing, right? And I'm not gonna say anything. I just want him to have that on him, and I'm just gonna take. I'm gonna remember that when he goes to do his bleeping around. I'm gonna see if anything happens with this little thing I sent.
Okay, roll sleight of hand.
1. Fucking 1. It's a 7, but I got a.
You still succeeded.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Okay.
I did want to ask him if he had any basic skills or what else is he good at?
Well, I can heal if that's needed. If you need somebody in close combat, then I can do that. I also have some skills of cooking.
Okay.
Mostly vegetarian dishes, though. Most people don't like that.
It's not a problem for me.
Do you have nunchuck skills?
I'm not familiar with nunchucks, but I tend to like to use my hands, being as that every time I try to take a weapon, when I try to fold step, it doesn't go through with me.
Then I have no use for you.
What'd you say?
Then I have no use for you.
I'm gonna lean over to Thalion and I'm gonna whisper, "What are nunchucks?"
God damn.
He looks across the table at Marjorie and he says, "A fellow cleric, what throne do you follow?"
Well, I knew you'd put me on the spot. See, the throne of knowledge, if I remember right.
The throne of infinite knowledge, yep.
Yes.
Cardenas Astral Sense. He looks at you and smiles and he goes, "I understand. Have you ever asked yourself the question?" Okay, you can sense what's going on. You can sense that, and with both of y'all's roles together, Cardenas and Wilhelm would actually notice each other sensing the same reality.
I'm gonna send a mental image of a wave to Wilhelm.
Yes, you can. Merrick looks at you and he says, "Have you ever asked yourself the question of why the gods left? And why they only left us with empty thrones to worship? And only the lingering presence of what they are?"
I'm going to send a mental image of a warm fire.
No, I have not thought of that. I'm concentrating on menial tasks such as helping people pulling their teeth out, just in general, aiding the needy.
I understand. That is a wise way to look at life. There's so much suffering and so much pain in this world. I've thought of things, and I think that the world wants to be healed. I think that all things want to be healed and be in a very good way. They want to exist. They want to feel better. That's why the body heals automatically. But these are just some thoughts that I've had while I was inside of nothingness, inside of the veil.
Does my character hear all that?
Yes.
Okay.
He's just speaking at the table, just like as y'all hanging out. It's a really weird dude. If you let him talk forever, he will.
Oh,
It's because the only real throne is the golden throne. Can I interest you in the God Emperor of mankind?
I say to him, I also feel that way, especially in this forest. I feel a lot of pain coming in through here. So I'm trying to investigate that myself as well.
Okay. He looks at you and he cocks his head and he goes, "You don't seem exactly right, do you? I see what you're going for and I understand that, but something about you's off."
And I go,
You elaborate.
I don't know. I get a sense of something different from him. He stands up and walks behind Americus. He puts his hand on Batal's shoulder and he says, "You'll heal in time. It's the way things are meant to be. Now, if I feel my time is to go, when would we be meeting to carry out this mission?"
I say an hour before sunrise on the morrow. Agreed?
That works for me. I'm so lucky to have met all of you in this town, and I hopefully this job will be very fruitful for all of us.
I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
either that or we die. Then it's not our problem anymore, is it?
Well, you're not wrong. And through this little moment here, all of you have learned a good bit about him, and his profile is now open to all of you on World Anvil. It is in a different place because he's traveled from Talmudun. So he's under the city of Talmudun.
I'll just get up and shake his hand, dude.
He walks over and he puts his hand out and he says, "I sense a great curiosity with you. Whenever you have time to talk, I would be more than glad to discuss any questions you may have."
I just nod my head in acceptance.
He pats you on your shoulder and he walks over to Lucian and he says, "Thank you for the position, Mr. Silvertongue."
Yes, you're quite welcome. I feel that you will be quite an asset in addition to our party.
He walks to the end of the table and he says, "It was very nice meeting all of you."
Well, see you tomorrow.
Okay. He walks off thinking, "What a really rude room." Not really. I'm just joking about that. A very large pounding sound on the door. Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, fuck. Fuck it. I'll go answer the door.
You open the door. You see a sweaty looking ape man with red hair who looks really angry looking down at you. He's like 7'2".
I ask, what do you want?
And he has the entire job board in his hands. He didn't take down the notice. He didn't write it down. He didn't do nothing. He brought the entire job board. And he holds it up to you and says, "Job."
I'll look at Lucian. Yay. I'll move my head. Yay. Or nay. Up or down. You know.
I'm gonna squint at him and I'm gonna go, "What's your name, big fella?"
Hobble.
Yes, and how do you spell that?
Hobble.
I'll look at Kirkendall and I'll shake my head no.
Shut it.
Dum, dum, dum. He's knocking on the door again.
Just sit down.
The door keeps getting knocked on. It's shaking off of its freaking hinges.
I'm gonna stand up and go to it.
Yep.
I'm gonna open it.
He holds up the job board.
I'm
Job.
gonna take my job notice off the board.
Okay.
And I'm looking at him and I go, "Positions filled." Step back and shut the door.
You shut the door, and when you do, you hear a giant Hadozee start to sob. You hear clank, 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 as if the job board was dropped onto the ground. And you hear large footsteps thumping off.
I'm gonna turn around to the group. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I only have the one notice.
You hear really 3 quick knocks in succession. Tut, tut, tut.
Turn back around. Open the door.
I'll go. No, I'll go.
Kind of like push Lucian aside and step between him and the door.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you going to step back, Lucian, or are you going to go
Oh,
back?
yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. You open the door, and you see a half-human, half-elf looking guy with a bow and a hood.
Your name.
Tomlin.
You're here for?
I'm here for the job, posted by Lucian Silvertongue.
Can you spell your name?
Tomlen.
I'll back off.
Enter, please.
He steps into the room, and as soon as he does, he sniffs, and he looks over and he locks eyes with Thalion. And he speaks. "I'm here about the job," but he keeps staring at Thalion.
Okay,
I'm sitting back.
you prepared to conduct the interview?
What'd you say, Thalion?
I'm staring back.
Okay. He's just staring eye to eye with you. And he never breaks eye contact with Thalion, and he says, "Okay, you need to interview me? Go ahead."
First question, what is your class and role in the party?
I am a ranger hunter.
I have several of those already.
Huh.
Do you fight
If
back
you
line
wanna-
or front line?
And he makes a sound when you say several of those already. He goes, "Huh, if you want to call them that."
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, I understand. There are, it's a broad term. The term, ranger, hunter, these are generalizations. You have a bow, I see. So I'm going to assume that you're backline?
Not really. Not necessarily. I am proficient with a sword. I'm proficient with a bow. But the thing I'm most proficient with, and then lightning fast reflexes. He throws a dagger at Thalion. Thalion. Dexterity save, please. That's pretty much it that's going to happen for that. Like, that side of it's kind of done.
Is just bringing attention.
Yeah, correct.
for our avatars to this party.
I got a 16.
16. Oh, and you succeed. But you didn't necessarily need to succeed, but I just wanted you to know, and you also to know, so you could let him know that you could have dodged if needed be. But the dagger whizzes past your head and sticks into the wall. And it just like barely went past you. And he says, no one's more accurate than me.
When he throws, Lucian's gonna go, "Oh, easy there, buddy. A simple I throw weapons would have sufficed."
I
But,
find
it's
I
good to
find that
know.
demonstrations are more effective.
Well, you effectively scared me, if that's what you were going for.
This whole time he is not looking at you.
effectively.
This whole time he's not looking at you. He just got eyes locked with Thalion. And
Yeah.
and he's like, the demonstration was good, wasn't it?
Well, you did miss the target, so.
I intended to miss.
Well, that is what someone who
I
missed
see.
would say, isn't it?
Lucian, what the fuck are you doing, brother?
What are you? I turn over and look at him aghast with my hand on my chest, and I go,
You're hiring guys?
"What?
You're
Hiring?
hiring?
What-
You're letting...
I haven't even finished the interview, good sir."
You're
Okay.
interviewing cat shit?
What?
Hold
What are
on.
you talking
And
about?
as soon as you say cat shit, Lucian, roll dexterity save.
Boom. Oh yeah. There you go. Nat 20.
Oh damn. Okay, so Lucian, you get the choice. Like, do you want to move out of his way, or do you want to try to step in front of him?
Was he charging Thalion?
Well, he's just gonna dive up under the table. He's not gonna hurt anybody. He's not gonna do
Oh.
something as stupid as that in town.
I'm gonna step back and trip him, or attempt to, I guess,
Okay, I'll roll him for that.
and just stick my foot out and maybe like pick up on his foot as he lunges, so that it just off balances him.
Let's go with the dex check. Just because it's kind of like a
It's not
step
really
to the
strong.
side kind of thing.
It's like bunting.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize. I didn't dex save. I dex checked that. Still nat 20, but
Yeah.
my bonus on save is higher, so that, I mean, great.
Yeah.
There's a
Okay.
20.
He kind of spins, and y'all do a little bit of a dance because it kind of like it throws him off kilter. But he doesn't lose his footing, but he does spin, and he ends up over by this wall with his long sword drawn and pointed at Thalion.
I'm going to raise my hands like I know karate, but I
Okay.
don't. And then kind of bend the knees like I'm in a fighting stance, but it's apparent I do not know what I'm doing. I'm going to say, "On guard!"
He still has the sword pointed at Thalion, and as soon as you say on guard, he pulls out a dagger and points it at you.
Yeah, I'm still going to maintain the karate chop stance.
Thalion, what are you doing?
I am going to ready an arrow, draw back my bow, and point it straight at this motherfucker's head.
Okay. And in an
And
instant,
say, do it!
in an instance, you see the world shimmer behind him. By the way, Americus, did you want this needle back? And he goes, "What's going on here, guys?" And Tomlin whirls around, and he's like, "Magic! What the hell?" It's not magic. I just wanted to give Americus his needle back. You shouldn't have sharp things out in such a small, confined place. You might hurt somebody.
I second that.
Here you go, Americus. So the needle did come through with him, Americus. Oh, yeah, that's right.
He was on a call.
He's on the phone.
He's on a
Yeah,
call.
That's right. Okay. Anyway, he walks back over and he goes, "You probably shouldn't do that, man. That's not very nice. These people are trying to give you a job." And he goes, "What's of it to you?" And he goes, "I'm not looking for a fight or anything, but these people are nice enough to try to give you a job. You probably shouldn't be such of an ass. And he kind of does a little salute to Kirkendall. And he goes,
Oh.
Go ahead.
Wait, what? What'd you say?
I said Merrick does a little salute to Kirkendall and then starts to walk out the door again.
I'll give him the head bob. And now I'm eyeing this guy.
Why should you be eyeing him? He's got weapons out, brother. You should have your club and rushing this bitch.
Well, that's about to happen right now.
Okay, so you're going to approach with a club.
Yep.
Ooh. I'll put my hand out a little bit to stall him. Like,
Okay.
don't go in. You know, like, I'm all for you readying yourself, but do not engage.
Okay, so,
Is the
Thalion,
intent.
right now, Toglin has tried to edge himself back to the wall, and he goes, okay, this is not a right fit. You guys are insane. You've got this crappy ranger in here. You should ditch him and go with the best. He puts away his weapons and goes to walk out.
Fuck your mother.
He comes back in and he says, how about sometime we see who's the best? How about this? Me and you meet in the Shiral Forest, east, and we see who wins.
You know this guy?
You're challenging me to a duel.
2 days' time. Be there or admit that you're the cat shit. And he walks out.
Lick my balls, fat boy.
Close the door.
You call
Close
if
the
he's
door.
already left. I'm gonna look over him and whisper.
No, he heard you. He's a
Just
ranger.
kidding.
Okay, guys, it's time. I've been thinking about this all week. You hear a bell ringing in town, all of you.
Son of a bitch.
That's it. And you hear a bunch of people running out the door.
It's not the normal bell toll for like
No,
services or something.
This is like the fire bell.
Oh, okay, like the
bell.
emergency bell.
Yes.
I'm going to go out. I'm going to give Lucian the shoulder tap. I'm going out.
So you telling him to stay here and don't worry about it? You're going to go check it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'll look back at the table and I'll go, well, that was eventful. You know that man? I asked Thalion.
Thalion sits there in a daze, staring off into nothingness because he is muted.
Too angry to articulate words.
Myself.
In frustration.
I said, I don't fucking know. I think so, but fuck that guy.
You don't know if you know him. You think so. Fuck that guy. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. You don't remember your life, do you?
Not very well.
I see.
Actually,
So,
I don't
he could
remember
very well
things
be
that
your arch
actually
nemesis.
happened to me.
What?
They very well could be, but I doubt I have really that many enemies because I can't remember anything that anyone did wrong to me, so I can't really pursue that many things. And I would like to point out, I don't remember yesterday very well either.
I see. And how do you spell your name?
Thalion?
Yes. How is that spelled?
How do you... It's spelled Thalion.
I see.
Thalion. That's how you spell it.
Yes, and I'm gonna look down at the notice I have, and I'm gonna write in really, really small fine print. Must be able to spell name, and then I'm gonna look up at him and I'm gonna go. I don't know if you meet the job requirements to join the party.
Can you hear me? Do you have some sort of clipboard with the job requirements?
Yes, and I'm gonna hold out the job notice that Selbus wrote. that I've amended. Well,
Hey,
can you
Kirkendall,
read
check
this?
check your Discord, please. That's what happened.
Understood.
Go ahead, continue, guys.
What did you say? Hunter?
Can you read this for me?
Are you gonna pay me?
Oh.
Well, it's all written down here in this job description.
Oh my
I'll
god.
narrow my eyes.
He's checking to see if you can read.
it. Yeah.
That's
I'm
hilarious.
sorry. Why do you want me to read this to you?
Well, just to prove that you can.
Why do you want me to prove that I can read?
Well, I already turned down a Hadozee because he couldn't, so it only seems fair.
Who's Hadozee?
The big bloke. The one who took the whole notice
That guy
board?
couldn't talk.
Well,
He couldn't
also
even talk.
couldn't read,
You
so...
didn't hire him because you couldn't communicate with him.
Well,
That's why.
he could kind of talk, but the selling point that was that he couldn't read.
I can read if I sit down to do it, but I have never really needed to.
I have a great book called
Yeah, I'm out of
Phonics.
That sounds lovely, but we need food, not words.
Well, there's food
And
here.
if you don't remember, if you would have listened to my advice previously, which this is the one thing I do, your life would be easier right now.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be in
I
this.
remember the exact details of what happened down in that cellar, but I do know.
I'm speeding time along by like 15 minutes. Let's your argument's been going on for like 15-20 minutes. Kirkendall, you're back.
All right. I'm going to let him know.
Dude,
Orin?
I don't know if Thalion is going to take this very well.
Orin has been injured. We don't know the location, but
No,
he has
you know the
been
location.
injured.
It's out at the Belmire farm, but he was gored by a deer.
Yeah, he was hit.
Orin Belmar?
Yep.
Yep. So
we must go and look. And I look at Lucian. I say, "Get off your ass, Lucian. It's time to do things. Real
I'm
things."
already standing.
I'm gonna
sit down.
I'm gonna tell. Or sorry, I'm just gonna tell Lucian. We technically have 2 clerics. We got Merrick, and I don't know what Marjorie is.
Marjorie's a cleric.
Yeah, we have 2 options. Weigh them.
I'm gonna look over at Kirkendall and I'm gonna say, I come up with the plans. I'm the leader.
Do you? I just gave
Do you know where to
information.
find Merrick? Do you see him here?
I'm pretty sure I can find him.
Well, then you go find him. Do you know where the Belmire farm is?
He does.
I do?
Yeah, you just came from there.
Find him
Okay.
and meet us at the Belmire farm. Thalion, lead us, please. We're going. Marjorie, please assist us. We need your help.
Alrighty then. Let's do it.
So we're friends now.
Okay.
Oh, we were always friends. Remember the charm?
I've been kind of warring with the idea of this all week, but I thought about it and said that, hey, I told you guys from the beginning that things happen all at the same time in this world. And I wasn't
you, boo-boo.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what would happen, and given Orin's propensity for overreacting to shit. Okay, is everybody all going together as a group?
I'm out. I gotta find Merrick.
Yeah, I know you're off doing that thing.
Sure.
So,
I mean,
cool new
Bolton's the
feature.
only one who doesn't have to come.
So you head out into Tropica, and as you guys come out, you see Kirkendall heading down the street. Marjorie comes out, and some guys are whistling at her,
Like cat calling or like getting
like cat calling,
Oh, I see.
and basically going like, "Oh, I got something for you to heal."
I don't have those pills with me.
Ooh, sick burn.
So as you guys are headed down the street, you see Callan talking to Tomlin, the dick ranger that doesn't like Thalion.
Yes. I thought he left already. Oh, Tomlin, not Wait, you said Tom was talking to Callum, right?
Yeah.
I thought Callum already left.
No, they were like the Northern Farms. It's nighttime. They came back.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But anyway,
He went out and has come back.
Yeah, he has went out, threatened people, and come back.
I see. Okay. Got it.
He did his threatening for the day.
Yeah. I'm tracking.
So this is you guys approaching them, and he's talking to him, and you overhear him saying, "We would be more than glad to have you in our party."
Oh, picking up my sloppy seconds, are you, Callum?
Say that again.
Taking in the rejects and unmentionables.
Yes.
Hey Siri, give me a list of witty one-liners.
Yeah, pretty much. He sighs and then says, "No, I just know value when I see it."
You're already muted.
Who, me?
No, I'm kidding. I'm like telling him.
Oh.
I already muted you, like as I walk by.
Oh, okay. No, I just know value when I see it. Good luck. I've already got a good bit done out there.
Yes, I'm sure that threatening housewives and beating children did a lot of good, Callum.
Hey, to each their own tools. And he laughs.
Yes. Go report to father that everything's better.
He rolls his eyes and flips you off and then walks off towards the mansion.
Yeah, you'd like that.
I'm so glad I did that mechanic. Now all we need is for them to take this grouping thing and like make it to where we can turn it.
Oh, yeah.
That would be
Rotate
nice.
90 degrees to the right.
Yeah.
Alrighty, brother.
Okay. You arrive at the Belmar farm. Merrick showed back up with another fold step and gave you your needle back. The needle was able to pass through with him. I figured you would want that data.
Say that one more time.
Merrick showed back up during the interviews, and he gave you your needle back. He did it with a fold step. So the needle...
So he noticed the needle.
No, he only noticed it later on once he got out into the city. But he used a fold step to get back with you guys, which tells you that he was peeking in the door and saw the guy that was threatening Thalion, and he wanted to teleport in behind him to scare him, because he can only teleport to where he could see, right? But also the teleport allowed the needle to come through.
Nice. And you said he I guess he knew he had it, so he gave it back to me?
Yes.
Okay. And I take it.
So you arrive at the Belmar's grain farm. Thalion. You're at the door.
I bang on the door. Actually, no, I just open the door and bust in. Really, because it's an emergency.
Yep. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I need to place one more person.
His name is Orville. Orville. What is his name? Fucking name?
Oren.
Orville Redenbacher.
Oren.
Ward.
Okay, should be the answer. Winia is there when you burst in the door. She looks up and sees you. Oh, Thalion! And she runs over and wraps her arms around your waist. And she says, Pa's hurt real bad.
Where is he?
He's in his room with Mama.
Take me to him.
And she walks you over there. Is everybody else coming in, or are y'all hanging out outside?
Oh yes, I'm going in.
Obviously, Marjorie's going in. The doctor. Dr. Marjorie.
I'll probably stand outside and kind of like, all from the edge of the door, peek my head around and
Okay.
kind of look in. I'll be all short, so my head's barely coming up. Sorry.
Balton?
Yeah, I'll stay outside.
Okay. Alright. So Winia takes you into the parents' bedroom.
Ooh.
I see two of them. That's a changeling!
Oh, there is two of them?
Yeah, one of them's outside.
Oh, my bad. I didn't see that. Oops. I was wondering where the hell she was at. I could have swore I left her icon on this map.
They turn into the shapes of children.
She opens the door, and Martha is sitting next to the bed next to Oren, who's wrapped up in bandages. Ma, Thalion's here. Martha stands up. Oh, Thalion, lad. It's good of you to come. The bleeding dumbass was out there trying to watch for the deer and decided that he was going to try to fight them with a freaking pitchfork.
Oh my god. Oh my god. And I look, show me his wounds.
She goes over to the edge of the bed. He's kind of wincing in pain, but kind of in and out of it because there's so much blood all over the bedspread and everything. She lifts it up, and there are bandages around his stomach, and they seem to be holding in his intestines.
I fucking immediately have my butthole just seals shut, and I have goosebumps everywhere, and I go, oh. And I look to the cleric, and I say, please, please.
I'm gonna motion for Winna to follow me back out,
Okay.
and I'm gonna go over to where Garen is.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just gonna start playing like comforting, child music, like little nursery rhymes or stuff, and try and.
Performance? All right, Marjorie, you're up.
All right.
13. Okay, you seem to be able to comfort Winia. She sits down in her favorite chair and kind of listfully listens to the music. She looks up at your face and smiles and sniffles. Garen is still extremely quiet.
It'll be all right, children. Do you know who I am?
And Winia shakes her head.
My name is Lucian Silvertongue. I am the son of the magistrate, and I have brought our best healing cleric to help your father. He will be fine.
Okay, Kirkendall, you find Merrick. He is just literally sitting on the end of the dock, laid back on it, listening to the ocean.
I'm going to ask him. I need your help now. It was way sooner than I would have thought, but it is now.
It's kind of interesting how these things happen, huh?